everyone. Hope you are having an awesome day. I am Sanjana and I am from Adrenalin eSystems Limited. Adrenalin is a pioneer in the HR landscape. We have been here over 2 decades. And in Adrenalin, we believe in designing a complete people experience. That is from the candidate till the alumni experience. As a key part of our innovation, we have our co-pilot Navi, and Navi is helping the HRs and the employees to navigate through the HR landscape. So we have also been recognized by GPA Payroll Innovation Award 2025. We are the finalists there. This recognition has been given for the various use case problems that Navi has helped to solve. And behind this innovation, we have 2 brilliant personalities, 2 brilliant minds. So we are going to have a sneak peek about the thought process, what went through behind this. So for that, I welcome Deepak Dastrala, CTO, Intellect Design, and Balamalai, Senior Vice President, Adrenalin eSystems Limited. Welcome, both of you.
Indeed, it's a very proud moment. Not just for Adrenalin, the entire the group. And Navi, this is basically a testimony that Navi does give business impact outcome from an AI perspective. It's just not a theoretical AI use case. And of course, we couldn't have done without Purple Fabric, which is the fundamental AI foundation based on which this whole process is built. So yeah, thanks to both Purple Fabric and Navi teams.
First of all, Bala, hearty congratulations for being shortlisted for such a prestigious award. And it's a great collaboration that we are having for the last few years, and I'm really glad that the innovation that you and the team are doing is really duly recognized. And all the best for the final, but truly excited about the kind of an opportunity to collaborate with you, and glad that your idea is being shortlisted.
So thank you, Deepak. Thank you, Bala. That was a great start. So for those who are new to this, can you shed some light on what Navi is, Bala?
Yeah, so I'll take a step back. If I have to explain what is Purple Fabric and Navi, then it'll give a better sense. Imagine AWS and Netflix. AWS is the platform on which Netflix as a functional product is delivered. AWS provides all those fundamental platform features, and Netflix is built on it. Exactly like that is Purple Fabric for us. That brings the complete AI infrastructure and whatever it requires to bring an AI foundation, and Navi naturally sits on top of it as a talent intelligence system. The good thing is Navi delivers you a whole lot of function-specific digital experts, and these digital experts can practically be a co-worker for a HR person, a payroll person, or any business user, or even employees in their entire talent journey. So, be it your talent development, talent acquisition, development, engagement, or talent operations, all through the journey, Navi can be the co-worker for them, thanks to the digital forces it provides.
So the analogy of Netflix felt very relatable, Bala. Can you also explain us on how Adrenalin has appeared for GPA Shortlist 2025?
We know that it's a very prestigious award participation, and across the globe there are so many participants participating in it. And when we came across this wonderful use case that we have developed for ourselves, it struck in our mind saying, hey, we have done something really business impact and a high value system. Why don't we present this innovation? We just attempted, honestly. We were a complete outsider. We attempted it, and it turned out to be magic. So we are now part of the top 12 across the globe. I know, it's very interesting.
So Bala, this is getting very interesting. GPA wouldn't have just like that, shortlisted Adrenalin as the finalist. There must be some specific innovation that made Adrenalin stand out among the gamut of players there. Can you list it down for us? What was that particular innovation?
The use case that we presented to the juries on the innovation part is, so we had to actually validate 20,000 bills in 3 working days right after the payroll cutoff to get your payroll right. 20,000 bills, and it has combination of all, handwritten, printed, multi-language, everything. And you can imagine 20,000 bills with a maker-checker process. You would need so much manpower, as much as about 30 people. And even if you get 30 people, you can't train all of them equally. All of their output has to be consistent, perfect, error-free. Because if you leave any error, then it not only complaints issue, it also brings penalty as well. So it was the toughest challenge that we had to crack. And there came Purple Fabric and Navi together. So we thought, okay, why don't we design? See, honestly, the first month we did this whole exercise manually, and we were about to drown ourselves. And then, of course, our CEO said, why don't you guys just straight away try something on the AA part? And of course, within 3 weeks, we could bring out a complete good use case, which literally kind of avoided the whole manual work thanks to the agents that we could develop. So, I think that was a very powerful use case, and I think the juries have noted it.
So after hearing all this, it feels like Purple Fabric is the secret sauce behind the beautiful recipe of Navi. So Deepak, can you break it down for us and give us more insight on what Purple Fabric is?
I think Purple Fabric as a work, actually, it is kind of manifesting for the last 8 years, because we have this particular foresight on, after the system of engagement, that the work that is happening for the last decade in the name of a digital transformation journey, the next is a system of intelligence, and that's where the next set of efficiencies will come for the businesses. So with that particular insight, we kind of built a foundation on what is critical for the AI to really have the kind of a data, information, knowledge that is useful for the models, and that helped us to shape up what we call as an enterprise knowledge garden. And what we also focused in terms of what the future looks like, where the AI will be augmenting the humans, and what kind of the journeys that probably will be evolved, that help us to build this enterprise digital experts, which is basically not just assisting the humans, but also augmenting the humans, and in some areas probably having an autonomous decision in place. The focus for us is, what does it mean in terms of connecting the disparate data across the enterprise and providing a decision grade intelligence for the enterprises, and all of that with a kind of a enterprise level governance in place. And that's what Purple Fabric does. It provides a kind of an enterprise knowledge that is reliable and useful, and enterprise digital expertise, which is basically augmenting the humans, and then ultimately the enterprise grade governance that actually gives the confidence for the business to rely on those kind of decisions that AI provides. And in a nutshell, that's what the Purple Fabric provides. And I'm really glad that Purple Fabric is leveraged as an AI infrastructure for the Adrenalin NAVI, on which they are further innovating and solving the problems which are around the HRMS space. Truly excited how Adrenalin NAVI team is using the Purple Fabric.
And all this brings in a lot of business value, right? So Bala, can you give us can you quantify it for us?
Yeah, that's what made it look big for us as well. I talked about 30 resources, and easily $2,500 per month per client we could save. And in this payroll execution where you charge customers per month per employee basis, this is a very huge saving that you can offer to the customer as well as to the whole business. And not only that, cost saving is one part of the value that this use case gave. The other part is error freeness. Even if you may leave at least say 1% of error, it still leads to employee dissatisfaction, compliance problems, and all of them, right? So the consistency, error-free value, error-free output, and of course the cost saving. And what I was telling was just for one client per month. Imagine for the whole set of clients we apply. Definitely it was a high value impact.
So what we are talking today sounds more like a system of intelligence. Can you also give us more information about the innovation that has been going on in the HR space, Bala?
Once you get a magic wand in your hand, you would like to create as many magics as possible, right? So I would say Purple Fabric Navi combination is a beautiful magic wand we got. And starting from a candidate acquisition to he being an alumni, the whole life cycle AI can play a role, right? So that's what we are focusing on. Of course, payroll we given weightage because obviously it's a high critical component, and so basically what happens, you do 190 things right in payroll or 99 things right in payroll and leave one thing wrong, you still don't get that appreciation from a payroll perspective, right? Some people even say that it's a thankless job, but payroll is a thankless job. It's true, but what we could do is, because of this army of digital workforces, we could give peace to the payroll community. They can go home early, don't have to boil their midnight, and definitely saved a lot of their efforts and taken the stress out of them, because there is a consistency and there is a belief that it can give right outcome. So that was one thing, and of course there are so many such things, starting from your resume validations, your parsings and your rankings, or your exit summaries. Very interestingly, we even go to the level that when an appraiser is having an one-on-one discussion with the employee, we record that, take the transcript, summarize it, give the top 3-4 bullet points to the reviewer. Can you get any more transparent than this, and any better tool for a reviewer to decide? This completely transforms the whole appraisal process itself, isn't it? So it brings the transparency, it also brings the clarity and removes the bias. The appraiser couldn't have just like that say something to employee and say something else to the reviewer, right? So this kind of wonderful use cases, are being offered by Navi.
Deepak, what's next on the cards for Purple Fabric?
At this moment, we are in, while everyone is kind of excited about the LLMs and AI in enterprise space, I see that pretty much we are like a Hotmail, Yahoo Mail world of internet back in 96, 97. And just now think about, right, on a retrospective, how the world has evolved since 96, 97, how the internet has created a fundamentally the new business model, new ways of working, new ways of collaborations. I think the same thing is very much prominent within enterprise AI in the next 25 years. And we're keeping that in mind, if you see, right, what does that mean in 96, where the applications are there, the infrastructure is there. Right now, if you see whatever the innovation that happened in the cloud and everything, that is largely around the application space, not for agentic space yet. So we want to really, because Purple Fabric is an AI infrastructure for the businesses to innovate on, right? So it is very, very important for us to really build that level of an infrastructure, which is where the LLMs are only like a 5% or less than 5% of the overall work. So enterprises needs much more than that for them to really rely on a platform. And we are truly excited in continuously innovating the Purple Fabric, and we are actually having a great collaborations with Columbia universities and others, really envisaging what that AI native enterprises looks like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And we want to bring that power to the Adrenalin NAVI so that they really can focus on further innovating on the HRMS space, and we can provide a secure, reliable, and also a great infrastructure which they can rapidly innovate on.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you, Bala. It has been very inspiring. So before we close the session, any final thoughts?
So, I told you payroll is a thankless job. The beauty is today, our payroll team is thanking the digital workforces of Navi. That's interesting, isn't it? The human thanking in a system, and what we call as a co-worker or a digital workforce. So I would say we couldn't have achieved it, but for we put in a situation, and we also got some technology and innovation thought in mind. Put together, we got to arrive at this, and yeah, it's a great start. And yeah, we are here not just to make noise, but to create a good business impact. And by the way, thank you so much for having me here. And it's indeed interesting to share the thoughts of how we gone through this journey. Thank you so much, Sanjana.
No, it's a great collaboration, and Adrenalin NAVI was actually the first team for us to collaborate with and jointly kind of innovate as we are actually building the Purple Fabric for the agentic space, and we are really glad that all the collaboration actually help each other to push our boundaries and innovate. And I foresee that particular collaboration further making a rapid strides in the HRMS space, because if you see, right, I mean, this workforce is changing, and the kind of a workforce that is required for AI native world is very different from the current digital world. And so it's actually a great opportunity for us to really build the future together, and where I think we are kind of not just building a system that is just relevant. We are building the system that is intelligent, adaptive, and actually kind of define the future of the workforce. And truly excited to collaborate with Adrenalin NAVI team in building that future together.
Once again, I thank Deepak and Bala for this wonderful session. It has been an eye-opener for all of us. And thank you for listening. I hope it was interesting to you. For more such interesting conversation, stay tuned with us.